Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to highlight some awesome Steam game deals. One particular historic low price on a franchise that I am a big fan of, so obviously we gotta give a shout to that, and we'll highlight a couple of other deals that are running right now, and a lot of great stuff across the board. A couple of other historic lows, and deals under $2 and $1 will be highlighted. Dug up some games as far as the super cheap options for those of you that just got maybe a couple of dollars lying around on Steam. So we'll get to those at the end of this video, but right off the bat, we talked about it yesterday. Mafia the Old Country has become one of my most anticipated games of the rest of the year. I thought that trailer that they dropped yesterday was brilliant. I thought the $50 price tag announcement was phenomenal. And right now on Steam, there is a Mafia franchise event, and bringing with that some historic lows for the Mafia titles. Mafia Definitive Edition in particular is 85% off for $5.99, an awesome deal for a ground-up remake of Mafia 1. However, if you are new to the Mafia franchise, you might want to have a gander at the Mafia Trilogy bundle. That's 82% off for $11.85. That'll get you Mafia 1, 2, and 3. All of the games are on sale for $5.99 a pop, so if you buy the trilogy, you essentially get one of them for free. How about me doing some math at a second grade level? But, yeah, definitely a worthwhile bundle to check out there. But Mafia 1 is the game that's at a historic low price point. I believe Mafia 2 and 3 have been $5.99 before, but a lot of the times I also feel like they're down to like $8.99. So, you know, those are good prices as well. If you want to pick up Mafia 2 or 3 individually, that's a good option. Again, if you're new to the franchise, the trilogy is the route to go. Mafia Definitive Edition is a remake of Mafia 1, and it's a really well done remake. However, going into that game, do expect gameplay that is very middle of the road. Like, it's a totally serviceable third-person, cover shooter, but it's not anything blow away, especially by today's standards. However, narratively, voice acting, Mafia 1 is awesome. It is so good, and outside of that one atrocious racing mission, Mafia 1 is a phenomenal, phenomenal game, and I strongly recommend it. And these days, the Mafia titles, especially Mafia 1 and 2, less so Mafia 3, but Mafia 1 and 2 are more so the gaming experiences that I really like to gravitate towards. Not to say they're the only ones I like to play, but I really appreciate when games are digestible, they tell their story, and then they move on. It's just a game that you play. It doesn't have to be 50 hours long. I know that there are so many games these days chasing that, 40, 60, 80-hour train as far as offering you all this content. And while I can appreciate games like that, and I love a lot of games like that, not every game has to be like that. Sometimes a 8 to 10 hour digestible experience that you can complete over the course of a week or even a weekend is exactly what I'm in the mood for. And prior to Mafia Old Country coming out, I'll definitely do another playthrough of certainly Mafia 2. I played through Mafia 1 fairly recently, so I don't know if I'll go back and play through that again, but I did love Mafia 1. Mafia 3 is the game that it went more open world, and I really thought they got away from a lot of what made Mafia Mafia. And some people will say Mafia 1 and 2 are open world. They really aren't. Yes, there's a little bit of exploration you can have, a little bit of driving around, but no. The game is a very focused narrative experience when it comes to Mafia 1 and 2. When you think open world, you're thinking about the GTAs of the world. And GTA and Mafia are always going to see comparisons, but with the Old Country, it'll be evident that they are totally different styles of experience, and nobody has these delusions of grandeur that Mafia Old Country is going to be as big as GTA 6, but can it be a big release for the summer? And I think it's coming out at a great time, August the 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, it certainly can, so super excited about that. If you want to get as excited as I am, and if you've never played the Mafia games, now's a great time to do so with these deals. Another historic low that I do want to mention, DAEMON X Machina, still on sale, 80% off for $9.99. If you know me, you know I love my robot action. I feel like mecha robo action is a genre that has not been delved into enough, and we need more big budget titles. DAEMON X Machina is getting a follow-up title, Titanic Scion. That's coming out in September. The thing with that game is they're not going the super mech route. It's more like armored warfare, which, that's fine. It's still robo-combat, but I'm talking about the Gundams. The Gundams are what I'm really into. And Armored Core obviously made a comeback with Armored Core 6, but we need more robo-action. More robo-action titles is something I need more of in gaming. DAEMON X Machina was initially a Nintendo Switch exclusive, so keep your expectations in line as far as what you expect from a visual standpoint, but still a worthwhile mecha action title, and I'm not saying, you know, that initial $50 price tag a little bit too high, especially with the PC version being a delayed release, but at $9.99, I think that's a pretty good price point, so check that out. Alright, so now I do want to highlight some super cheap deals, some deals under $2, some deals under $1, so we'll go through these fairly quickly since it's a lot of stuff that I just pulled out that I thought would be worthwhile mentions. Murdered Soul Suspect, 90% off for $1.99. Your boy spent like $50 on this game for some reason when it came out, and it certainly wasn't worth that price point, but if you want like an atmospheric, narrative-driven detective-style game, this is pretty good. I feel like there's a good bit of tension. I feel like the investigation and supernatural elements are well done. $1.99, perfect price to pay, would give that a recommendation. You've got White Shadows, 94% off for $1.19. The wolves are watching venture through a captivating but brutal dystopia where a young adventurer Raven Girl will travel through this huge city's brightest highs and delve into its darkest depths on perilous journey of discovery and finding her destiny, where hope seems in short supply. Game gives me a lot of vibes of Limbo from an artistic standpoint, and yeah, if you're into that, $1.19 on that, 94% off. Dragoncliff is 80% off for $1.99, 7,200 reviews, 89% positive, so pretty solid reception there, and it is an idle game, a semi-idle RPG with deep and complex itemization and skill systems to support endless character builds. Players are to collect adventures, kill monsters, advance talent trees, enchant, reforge equipment, discover scrolls, and finally assemble the most powerful adventure team. $1.99 for Dragoncliff. Sizeable is 91% off for 89 cents, a relaxing and peaceful puzzle exploration game. Shrink and grow your way through small dioramas in search of hidden objects. This one has 1,800 reviews, 98% positive, so that overwhelmingly positive reception is had for Sizeable, and again, 89 cents on this one. You've got Project Snowblind. See some comparisons to Deus Ex, definitely not at that quality level, but is done by Crystal Dynamics, published by Square Enix. Experience the dramatic intensity of the front lines of war through the eyes of the first of a new breed of super soldiers in this gritty and epic first-person action game. An augmented super soldier must stop a renegade regime from eradicating the civilized world. Hong Kong 2065, mostly positive reception, 626 reviews, 75% positive, and 89 cents for that. Next up, we got Quantum Conundrum. Man, this game, I remember getting into PC gaming again. It was like a regular, like, deal of the day. Well, back in the day, Steam just had the deal of the day on one corner of the screen, and it was much more promoted than today, where it's like you've just got tabs and tabs of deals running. 2012, it was a bit of a different time, but this was right around the, like, summer of 2012. Yeah, that's like my Red Orchestra 2 days, man. Like, I remember the image of Quantum Conundrum just being embedded onto Steam. This doc dude with his arms flailing out. You know, just very much embedded in my memory. Very positive reception on this one, 1,676 reviews, 83% positive. Find and rescue your uncle by using his newest invention to work your way through a crazy complex mansion as you switch between dimensions and solve puzzles. You've got a puzzle platformer here, and 98 cents on that one. Then you've got Dungeon Siege and Dungeon Siege 2, 86% off for 97 cents a pop. Throwback RPGs here, obviously at this stage of the game gonna be a little bit dated, but thought those were worth a mention. The Strange Realm of Mine. The Strange Realm of Mine is a first-person shooter mixed with poetry and psychological horror. Graphic style is 3D mixed with pixel art. 90% off for 99 cents and 83% positive reception. Cool aesthetic style here for sure. A throwback visual style, but also very, very colorful and trippy in a lot of instances as well, going by some of the promotional images, but yeah, $1 on that. And then Postal Redux is 88% off for $1.07, a high-definition remake of the classic dark and surreal twin-stick isometric shooter. Take control of the Postal Dude as he fights to survive in a world gone mad with violence. 5,400 reviews, 92% positive. A beloved game, I think is fair to say. Bit of a throwback there for sure, but that is available again for $1.07. But that is going to do it for me. Again, absolutely awesome deals with the Mafia franchise event. I would recommend the trilogy, but if you want to go with just the definitive edition, that's a solid shout as well. DAEMON X Machina, good deal on that, and a ton of other stuff super cheap as well. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.